Welcome back. All right, two games early this morning. Well, this morning for me, anyways. And so they're done, and we're in between the first and second period between Pittsburgh and St. Louis. So let's go ahead and discuss what happened early today, starting with Edmonton and Columbus. Man, so it's Campbell versus Korpisalo. The early jump was for the Oilers. Goudreau to Jenner, there was a near miss there, and then Marchenko. Really poor defensive coverage by the Oilers there. Marchenko tips it in. Goudreau and Jenner with the assists at 114. Columbus gets a power play. Roslovic has a blast that's held. Sillinger couldn't bury one. He's just snake bit this year. That power play's killed off two shots. There's another Roslovic chance that was held. Shots 5-1 Columbus at 4 minutes. Roslovic had a really good game today. Fogle then has a shot that's held as the Oilers look to tie. McDavid's stick died on a net drive. Columbus press, they're kept to the outside. Peak has a tip shot that's saved. Barry with a shot that's held. Korpisalo was dialed in early on this one, and honestly had a good game despite the score. I mean, honestly. Draisaitl has a shot that deflects wide. Jackets press with 9 minutes left. There's a power play for the Oilers. That leads to a shorthanded chance for Foudy where he fires wide. Then Corelli got a 10-minute penalty. I guess he got a misconduct for complaining about the penalty that was called. So that's killed off, and then the Jackets press. The Oilers press with 4.5 minutes left. With 2:10 left, the Jackets go back to the power play. And right after that one ends, with 7.7 seconds left, they get another power play. So that rolls over to the second period where they score. It's Jenner from Laine and Roslovic at 1:33. Things get pushy then after a hold by Korpisalo as the Oilers, now down by two, look to even or get close. Campbell poke checks Marchenko, but then on the same play at 3:24, Marchenko does bury one. Goudreau with the assist, so no poke check there, and it's wired through the screen and it's bar down. So whatever you want, you get it with that goal. Shots are 3-2 Columbus at 5 minutes. And then at 5:56, Laine scores from Boqvist and Roslovic. He banks that one in off Jack Campbell from an impossible angle, and that would end Campbell's day. I wanted to say night, but day. So Skinner's in, and immediately the Oilers respond. At 6:40, it's Fogle, unassisted. The Oilers then draw a power play. It becomes a 5-on-3 for 1 minute and 37 seconds. Well, you can't do that. Draisaitl's denied. He's not denied his second opportunity. He scores from McDavid and Barry at 9:42. It's a one-timer and close, so no chance for Korpisalo there. The Jackets kill the 5-on-4. Jenner's then denied on a net drive. The Jackets get a power play. During that power play, a beast mode goal by McDavid. Absolutely ridiculous. He scores from Kulak at 12:51. The Oilers then finish the kill. They rush, and at 14:42, McDavid would wire one on a good press by the Oilers. Kulak and Barry with the assist there. So Kulak with a couple of assists in the middle of the period. So that one goes through a screen. The Oilers are in total control at this point. Marchenko's then denied in the final minute. Things get pushy on a hold by Skinner, but it's 4-4. So the Oilers were down 4-0, and it's 4-4 after two. Third period, Oilers press early. They're in total control. The shots are 5-1 Oilers at 4 minutes. As Jack Michaels said, it already felt like you should be saying the Oilers have the lead at 4-4 because they're controlling it. Nugent Hopkins has a chance that's held. Jenner's robbed on a net drive. McLeod then has a rush chance that's held. And then, against the flow of play, Roslovic from Laine. He buries a rebound at 9:01. With 8.5 minutes left, the shots are 18-4 for the Oilers. So there's no business in this game at all for Columbus to be ahead, and yet here we are. Kulak has a shot that's held. Korpisalo will wall in the third. And then on a 2-on-1, Roslovic adds another at 14:56. Wires that one. So now the Oilers are down by two again. They look to respond, and they do. It's Hyman from McDavid and Nurse at 17:04 to make it 6-5, because Columbus doesn't do things the easy way. So with 1:31 left, the Oilers call a timeout. They also pulled Skinner. 1:19 left, Columbus with an icing. They'd ice it again 9 seconds after that. But the Jackets hold on. They win this one 6-5. They go to 19-35-5. The Oilers, coming off that huge win over Pittsburgh, it does not carry over to this one. They drop to 32-20-8 on the season. Shots in this one 9 apiece in the first, 15-11 Edmonton in the second, 23-6 Edmonton in the third. They outshot Columbus 47-26. Power plays, both teams 1 for 4. Hits 17-14 Edmonton. Campbell saves 10 out of 14. Skinner saves 10 out of 12, and Korpisalo 42 saves on 47 shots. So his save percentage, 894 for the game. His goals against average, of course, being 5. And again, that's why I think save percentage tells you a little more than the goals against average. All right. And the other game that was played early, the Rangers and the Caps. I finally get to wear the Caps Stadium game jersey. So it's Shesterkin versus Kemper in this one. No Kane deal as of yet. Of course, during this game, we would find out that Kravtsov had been moved by the Rangers. And yes, they still need to do some work before they're going to have space to add Patrick Kane. Early press by the Caps. Strome's denied. Igor holds on there. The next chance for Strome is blocked. The Caps have the edge. Power play for Washington. No stick for Mika. It becomes a 5-on-3.5. They would get a whistle, but still during that power play, the Capitals do score. It's deflected in. Oshie with the goal from Gustafsson and Kuznetsov at 4:25. And that is the 6th game in a row that the Rangers have allowed the first goal. The Rangers need to clean that up. They really do. Hedl nearly ties it. Aubé-Kubel gets shaken up, tells the ref it was a knee-on-knee. Ref clearly didn't listen. Shots are 4-1 for the Caps at 7 minutes. Kreider has a rush chance that's held. Barclay Goodrow would tie it. He scores from Mott at 8 minutes. Lindgren then had his shoulder crunched on an Oshie hit. Now, Oshie was wired up today, and they had the audio of him actually apologizing to Lindgren and saying, "Are you okay?" Lindgren's shoulder was messed up. He did not return to the game. If Lindgren doesn't return to a game, dude's hurt. Like, he does not fake, and he will come back and play through pain. So this could potentially be a disastrous result for the New York Rangers. Not necessarily just the score, but without Lindgren, if he's out for a while, that could change things going into the deadline for them. Goudreau versus Oshie next play. So Oshie does the right thing, and he drops the gloves. It was a clean hit. It was a hard hit. It was one of those hits that... I mean, again, I understand. In this case, I totally understand why the fight takes place. Very often, I don't understand, but in this case, I do. Because, again, for the Rangers, very upset at losing Lindgren. Hedl to Lafreniere, near miss. The Rangers get a power play. There's a shorthanded Eller rush. That's fired wide. Tarasenko has a shot that's held. Tarasenko nowhere near as prominent as I think the Rangers had hoped when they picked him up. Tarasenko had a good start, but it hasn't stayed that way. So that power play's killed off. The Rangers press after. Zibanejad has a shot that deflects wide. The Caps rush. Then there's a power play for Washington. Backstrom has a shot that's blocked. The Caps cycle. Goudreau clears. It's killed off. 2 shots for the Capitals on that one. Miller then had a shot saved in the closing seconds. So it's 1-1 after 1. Pretty evenly played overall. We're going to the second period. Lindgren would not return. So that's it for Ryan Lindgren as they announced at the start of the second. Harper has a shot deflect out. We get some pushing. Schneider and Kakko were both denied during a 3-on-2. The save on Kakko was fantastic. And then Oshie scores his second of the game from Strome and Gustafsson at 3:16. Fehérváry then has a net drive that's saved and held. The Caps with some momentum, but the shots on net are 5-2 for the Rangers at 5.5 minutes, which I didn't think told the story in this. At 7:05, the Capitals add another. Wilson scores from Van Riemsdyk and Ovechkin, so that makes it 3-1. That one he wires it on a rush. Caps press for another. Ovechkin's denied and close. We get a commercial break during a scrum. The funny part of this is an announcer saying, "Oh, it looks like cooler heads are going to prevail here. We're going to commercial." And guys start punching each other as they're going to commercial. Normally on TV broadcasts, they'll say, "Wait, we're going to stick with this for a second. We'll go to that TV break. Let's see what happens." So at any rate, they came back, and it's 2 minutes of 4-on-4 because guys are punching each other, so you got to take one of each out. So Trocheck is denied on a one-timer. Eller has a rush chance that's held. Hedl fires one wide. Then Oshie had a rush chance. Post, and then it's a goal. Milano scores from Kuznetsov and Oshie at 12:53. Barclay Goudreau nearly saved it with his glove, pulling it, but it did get in the net. Van Riemsdyk's then denied and close. Now, if Goudreau had saved it with the glove, then you get into, does he close his hand on the puck, and then you have a penalty shot. And so that's one thing that didn't end up coming into this. And I thought the kid line was the best line for the Rangers today. I did. I thought they had good opportunities. I thought they were playing well. Caps press with 2 minutes left. Kuznetsov scores from Aubé-Kubel at 18:19. Backhands it from in close, and that's on a turnover. That was played with a high stick. If the Rangers didn't touch it, the turnover doesn't happen. The goal doesn't happen. But after 2 periods, the score's 5-1 in favor of the Caps. Third period, Halak is in. Early Rangers power play. That's killed off. Things get punchy as the Rangers go back to the power play. We get 2 minutes of 5-on-3 out of that, actually, and during the 5-on-3, they score. It's Kreider from Fox and Zibanejad at 6:49. That one deflects in. Caps finish the kill. Harper has a tip shot that's saved. There's a press by the Rangers at 8.5 minutes. We went over 5 minutes without a whistle. That absolutely benefits the team with the lead, right? And then Kuznetsov benefits the team with the lead by adding another. He scores from Ovechkin and Wilson at 13:22, and he was in alone during a kind of sloppy Rangers line change. The Rangers would add one before the game's over. It's Kakko from Kreider and Zibanejad at 19:32. So nice to see Kakko get a goal, but it doesn't really make a difference. Your final score is 6-3 in favor of the Caps. They go to 29, 26, and 6 with the win. The Rangers 33, 17, and 9 with the loss. I don't think this changes the storyline for the Caps going into the deadline. They still are only 3 games above NHL 500. The Rangers need to get it together. This is a team that things were supposed to be good, and it looked like they would be after they added Tarasenko, but something's clearly missing. So the shots in this one, 8-7 Washington in the first, 14-9 Washington in the second, and then 10-5 Rangers in the third. Final shots, 27-26 for Washington. Power plays, the Rangers 1 for 5. Washington 1 for 2. The hits, 25-16 for the Rangers. Shesterkin, 17 saves on 22 shots. He's not playing like he did last year. He's playing like an average goaltender. And it does show that the Rangers have some struggles here. Halak saved 4 out of 5 in relief. And Darcy Kemper saves 23 out of 26 at the other end and quietly had a very good game. So there you go. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.